Take a walk with me, I'm on the ranch. Take a walk with me. Watch Raven and Prissy dance in the breeze. Junior Cluckin' and Oscar's cock-a-doodle-doo-doos just for you. Lucky and Lucy gobbling as they do. Take a walk with me on the ranch. Take a walk with me.
Good Monday morning. Oscar says good Monday morning also. The wind has died down since I've started this, but it will be back. No, it's not 8 a.m. We will discuss that later. I'm going to feed the girls. And then I will go let Oscar out. Just give him. No, I'll save that for later. Okay. Let's go play as Oscar out. I uploaded a ring video from last night. Don't know if you saw it yet. But let me just show you something. So I'm gonna put this down a little so I can get in here. See this hole? My glove is stuck. I can't see where I'm at because I'm underneath the ramp. So can you see this hole here? This hole that I thought the chickens were making, and this hole here under the gate that I thought the chickens were making. They were not making that hole. The skunk was making that hole. So tonight on our PM Take a Walk with Me, I'm going to fill in this hole today. I'm going to leave this hole open so he can get in here. I'm going to put the trap right there. I'm going to camouflage it with hay. And I'm going to put maybe I'll put some tuna fish in there. That's smelly. I'm going to put a lot of smelly stuff in there. Tonight we are catching Pepè LePue. So blowing open. And we will see if Oscar's out first. And there he is. Oh, good. Oh, good. Stay in there, Daisy. They all came out in order today. So now we can go around the other side after I latch this. And we can let Daisy and Boo out because it's going to be a pretty day. Oh, they're already out. They know the drill. Huh? Do you know the drill? I think you do. I think you're getting pretty good at it. It's hard to latch this door with my gloves on. And I did buy them a surprise at Big R yesterday. So after we get everyone out, see, look in here. I thought the chickens were doing this. And I hope he's still not in here because I didn't see him come out. You know, that looks like it's even lower than it was before. I looked at the coop camera. I swear there was an egg in here last night that I left, and it's not there now. So this is probably why I'm gonna stick you up there and look at this later because I can't see anything. We'll just see later if Peppy LePue's up there. Oh, I just stepped on something. Okay. Let's let these kids out. Where is They're all ready to come out. I hear them. Good morning. Good morning, Petunia. Are you coming out, Lucky? I'm gonna tie this. We'll go get their treat. Come on, Lucky. All right. Let's go get your treat. What was that? Huh? I can't do anything about the wind. That's just the way it is here. I gotta unload this hay that I got yesterday. I gotta wash the mud off the car. Okay. I'm gonna put you here and tip you down. They all know what's happening. Whoops. I got their treat. Lucy is so picky. She's got to get like every little pile. Silly girl. Okay, I have to. Maybe we'll do it tonight. I have got to do a walk on the fence because the grass is getting so green. And the last 2 years, although I only had the U-nails in the fence panels, now I have wire around them, top, middle, and bottom. But the girls would pull those U-nails out and then get out into the 40 acres or down the road to the neighbors because they wanted that green grass so bad. And of course, the green grass is new, so it's full of sugar. So it hyped them up really good, and they were just that much harder to catch. And with my breathing issues, I cannot chase after them. So I have to call the neighbors. And those kids come up. They're awesome kids. They will do anything for you. I tried to help them out during Christmas so they could have a little extra Christmas money. So I would find things for them to do around here, which really helped me out a lot. But I don't know if you saw on my Facebook page, Amy Cabrera was nominated for Mom of the Year. She gave birth to 13 children. I know, Dally. That's amazing, isn't it? And she homeschools them. They're all in music and equine activities. And the first time I went down there, it was funny because it was my first time at the Elizabeth County Fair. And I'm walking through all these exhibits of all these different animals. And it would say, stop it, Dally. It would say, first place, Cabrera. First place, Cabrera. And I thought, why did I bother coming here? I could have just went down the road and saw all this. But yeah, so it's on it doesn't cost anything to vote. You get one free vote every 24 hours. I think last night when I voted, she was in third place. And if you could look on my Facebook page and vote for her, I would appreciate that. Anyone who gives birth 13 times deserves a vacation. In fact, I went to leave once and her and her husband Ralph were parked at the end of the road and they were just sitting there. And I asked, or no, I was pulling in the driveway and I rolled down the window and I asked if they were okay. And they're like, yeah, it's date night. So I told them they could park behind the barn so the kids couldn't see them anytime they wanted. But she definitely would need a date night. Anyway, so yeah, if you could go to my Facebook page and throw Amy a free vote every 24 hours, I would appreciate that. I would also appreciate if you would like, share, follow, and subscribe to Heartland Ranch, Colorado. I'm trying to build up my numbers, especially on TikTok. I only have 77 and I need 1,000 to be able to go live on StreamYard with TikTok. So if you could share my TikTok, I would appreciate that too. And it only takes a second to hit that like button. They have so many different rules on social media for you to make money off of them to monetize your channels. You got to have so many people, you got to have so many likes, you got to have so many follows, you got to have so many shares. And it really only takes a second to do that. So I'm going to turn the camera because Pumpkin was getting a little frisky over there. Anyway, these three are the Three Musketeers: Lucky, Lucy, and Petunia. And Lucky's always got that tail up. I watched on the camera. Here comes Wonky. I don't know if you can see Wonky's foot in the camera. You can zoom in on YouTube. Her left middle toe is still crooked, but she's fine. She was born with splay leg, and I had to use vet tape and tape them together for a few days so that they would strengthen together because she couldn't stand up after she came out of her egg. But she is totally fine now. Okay, so let's do while these guys are eating their treats. Okay, that is not it. That is Colette's grocery list in that pocket. I know I put it in my pocket. Oh, there it is, way down there. Okay, today's birthdays. John McGovern. I went to school with John. Happy birthday, John. We have Kat, Silver, and Brian. Happy birthday today. Hope you have a wonderful day. I hope it's not as windy where you are, but the sun feels so good right now. I missed yesterday's birthdays. Jasco, he's a musician here in Colorado. Michael, Laura, Jeffrey. Jeffrey is part of M&R Rush, and they're a band in Illinois. Well, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan. I don't know where they're all spread out around there, but that band, let's see. I don't like doing math, but 40, 45, 46 years at least they have been together. That's just amazing. And I wish I could go back to Illinois. I wish it wasn't so expensive. I would like, if I could get like $100 round trip ticket and a cheap rental car, I would just fly in for a show and then come back. I did do a whole interview with them about 5 or 6 years ago, and something happened to my mixer on the flight. I didn't have it with me. I had it in cargo, and I didn't know something was wrong because through my headphones it sounded okay. But when I got back home to mix all the tape that I had, it sounded like we were in a church, which we actually were in a church. But it was so echoey. And maybe someday, now with new technology, I could try to fix it. But I had an awesome time that night. But yeah, if you can look them up, M as in Mary or Marty, and R as in Roger, Rush. They have some awesome music. So, also, yesterday's birthdays, Joe, Kelsey. So I hope you guys had an awesome day yesterday. And our positive quote today: the more you feed your mind with positive thoughts, the more you attract great things into your life. I would not say this if I haven't experienced it, and I have. I was pretty much brought up with negativity. My family focused on the negative. Now that I look back, like every day was drama. Somebody was calling with some gossip about something. And that was my life. So that's how I thought life was supposed to be. Which is why 10 years ago, when I sat on that mountain, on that tree, just a light bulb clicked and my whole life made sense. And I realized I was not who I was. I was who everyone else wanted me to be or told me I was supposed to be. And that is not how you live your life. God gave you this life. Yes, your parents brought you into this world, but God gave you this life. And He wants you to be you. He put you here for a reason. And 10 years ago, I changed. I took different courses and stuff to learn about positivity. And once I started thinking positive, and every time a negative thought would come into my mind, I would say, nope, don't want that. And I would try to delete it and think of something positive to replace it. And I am so much happier. I'm so much calmer. If I could go back and do it all again, I would do it so different. I was told when I was younger, pretty much I was told, no, you can't do that. Everything I wanted to do, no, you can't do that. I guess, I don't know. I don't know why I was told that. No one ever told me they were proud of me. I was, I think, 43 before my father told me he loved me. I don't know if my mother ever told me she loved me. But you know what? Now, today's generation would say I was traumatized and I should have PTSD. Nope, 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 nope. I was not traumatized. You are not traumatized. You can get over that. Your parents telling you no is not trauma. Your parents telling you no is life. And again, I'm going to say, unless you were in the army shooting at people, people were shooting at you, unless you were in a horrific car crash where someone died next to you or you almost died, something like that is trauma. Your parents telling you no is not trauma. So don't even. And I got to tell this story. I'm not going to mention names or situations. I'm just going to say I was on the phone with a woman in her 30s last summer. She has a 5-year-old daughter. The daughter refuses to eat at the dining room table. The daughter is sitting on her mattress eating hot ramen noodles. While I'm on the phone, the daughter spills the hot ramen noodles all over her legs, all over the bed. The woman I'm talking to starts screaming, oh my God, oh my God. I said, grab her by the arm, throw her in the shower, and turn on the cold water. Her response was, oh, I can't do that. That'll traumatize her. Then let her flipping skin peel off. You know, what are you going to do? Anyway, that is, oh my gosh, don't get me going. Don't get me going, Lucky. So, the more positive you are in your life, you can always turn a situation into positive. Prissy slipping on the ice and limping around. That was a lesson for me. That was a good lesson for me. Make sure they're in the North Penn if we're going to get bad weather, although I did not know we were getting bad weather. But I need to start watching the weather more. I learned how to massage her. I watched the chiropractic Dr. Smith work on her, but unless you take a class, I wouldn't mess with that stuff. But I learned a lot from that situation. Life is a learning lesson. Everything that happens to you, someone is trying to teach you something, and whether you need it in the next month or the next decade, you're not going to know. But one day you're going to look back at a situation and say, that's why I needed to know that information. That has happened to me so many times. And that's another reason why when I was sitting on that tree in the mountains for about 3 or 4 hours, and everywhere I looked, it was mountains. And it was just so relaxing and so quiet. And I was able to get into my head and into my subconscious and think about why I had to learn that kind of stuff. Like, People think this is funny, but all my life I've wanted to come to Colorado because in the 1950s, my father was stationed at Fort Carson. And I used to hear all these stories about Colorado. And I just always wanted to come here. And of course, after my first marriage, I was in my second marriage, and my first husband ended up going to Colorado for vacation because he brought my kids back rocks from Colorado. Um, and then 11 years into my second marriage, my husband got transferred to Colorado. I had to come. He came first. He found a house, 2,700 square feet of baby blue carpet, and I have 4 boys. First thing I did was bought a steam cleaner for the carpet. And then a year, what he did was his main office was in Englewood, Colorado, but he would travel. He would travel like 2 weeks out of the month. And he went all over the country. And without me, he went to Hawaii without me. So about after a year, we were out here. We got out here in 2000. And then my mother passed away in 2001. And I think it was October of 2001 or 2002. I honestly don't remember. He wanted a divorce. He met another woman in New York. I did not turn that into a positive right away. I curled up in a ball and I thought, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm left stranded in Colorado with 4 boys. What do I do? Well, turns out he actually did me a favor. He got me to Colorado. I've wanted to come to Colorado all my life, and I feel this is where I belong. So he actually did me a favor and brought me to Colorado. I have to stop saying So I turned that into a positive. I needed to be in Colorado, and he brought me here. Now, what I just found out recently is he's on his 4th wife. It wasn't me, obviously. I said it again, sorry. Yeah, he's on his 4th wife, so it wasn't me. So when you get in a situation like that, don't blame yourself. You really need to think it through. I'm not saying I didn't do anything wrong. I was still in the negative phase of my life. Everything was negative. I thought I was supposed to yell about everything. I thought I was supposed to complain about everything because that's the way I was brought up. And that's not the way you're supposed to live. Don't let other people influence who you are. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't let the negative in your past form your future. Get rid of it. Just delete it out of your brain. Just like a computer, delete it. If it starts to pop up in your brain, immediately change to something positive. I'm not saying it's going to go away forever. It's always going to be there. It's a memory. But try to bring more of the positive memories forward than the negative ones. If I could raise my kids all over again, oh my goodness, life would be so different right now. I was told how to raise my children. Even though I didn't want to raise them that way, I was told how to raise my children. I remember one instance, my ex-husband's aunt came to pick up my oldest, Sean, to take him for ice cream or something, I don't know. And I said, here, let me get the car seat. And she said, we don't need that silly thing. And I let him go without a car seat. Because the way I was raised, my elders are right. You always respect your elders. And I worried the whole time he was gone. Um, I don't know. I would just do it all different. Of course, I can't. I can't go back and do it different. Um, all I can do with my life right now is be positive and move forward. So I hope that helps you a little bit. And it's a new day. So start over. Every day is a new day to start a new chapter in your life. That's another positive quote that I now can't use because I just used it, but it's true. If yesterday didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, you have a new chance to start over today. So do that. And speaking of starting over, I better get going because I have a lot of work to do today. I have to go fill in a hole in the chicken coop. And I will come back later on I'm going to say between 5 and 6. And if I don't start, I got to tell you what happened last night. So I was so miserable last night when I was online between my shoulder and my neck. And this is kind of scaring me, and I'll tell you why. So I go to bed last night and I just could not get comfortable. I was in so much pain. So I finally got up and I took Advil. I don't like taking stuff like that unless I absolutely have to. I absolutely have to when I start getting kaleidoscopes. So I don't want to take it too much. So I got up, I took Advil. I don't know how long it took for the pain to go away, but I finally fell asleep and I did sleep all night. I don't remember waking up. So I get up this morning. It was like 8:30. I slept 2 hours through the alarm. I got to get a new alarm. I have another one that connects to the radio. Because I am just so used to that alarm now. I don't even remember hitting snooze, but I hit snooze for 2 hours. And I got up at 8:37. I made my coffee. I sat in the chair. I watched Farmer Pete's drive home. And I realized I have zero pain. I know, Lucky. I have zero pain right now. You would never know that I was in excruciating pain yesterday. So I'm kind of praying it wasn't like a clogged artery in my neck or anything. I don't even know if there's any aspirin in Advil. I was thinking it was an ear infection, but I would think if it was an ear infection, the pain wouldn't be gone right now. So I don't know what to do. It's gone. Should I just let it go? Should I find out if it was an artery? I don't know. My father had a heart attack. He had a triple bypass. My mother died of a massive brain aneurysm, and I'm trying not to live my life like that. I still have to be cautious, right? But I don't want to live my life in fear every day. I can't do that. So anyway, that's what else I wanted to tell you. So I will come back on like between 5 and 6. I'm going to try really hard for 5. I said it again. I have to stop that. And we will get the live trap. That's the word. We will get the live trap all set up and camouflaged. I'm going to camouflage it tonight. I'm going to put some really smelly stuff in there to attract Pepè LePue. And we will see if we catch him tonight, pray that tomorrow is not windy. Because when we try to move this trap with him in it, we don't need anything blowing where we don't want it blowing. But I have a feeling we're going to get him tonight. So we will see you later at 5 o'clock. Like, share, follow, subscribe, especially share and like. Even if you don't like it, please. It helps us out. And make somebody smile today. We will see you later.
Take a walk.